Hi all. Well, it's another stay-at-home video and again, chat more about Orlando, Florida. So I know there's a lot of us that love Florida. Best of Disney. Look behind me. You might be able to see some 1970s or 1980. I can't remember what date they actually are. Mickey Mouse and Minnie. Ice skating ones. Yeah, I thought I would chat about some of the places that not really there at the moment. Because at the moment, I can't travel. Well, actually, no one can believe in travel at the moment, can we? We're all stuck at home. So let's get over and have a bit of fun. Did anybody actually went to Water Mania? I mean, do you remember that water park? I think it closed 2003, 2004. Not sure. I mean, I think I went there 2 or 3 times. Nice little water park. We never spent a whole day there. I know, but you could. I mean, but I did find the big. Do you remember if you did go, do you remember the big ride? You had a real big donut. You could fit about 6 or 7 people on it. I mean, sure, sometimes you weren't unlucky. That would tip over right at the end. If you were unlucky. And I was. I can't remember many of the rides. I mean, do any of you all remember the rides there? Because I'm also thinking of Wet and Wild, and so I'm getting a bit mixed up with both. I mean, was there a slide with sort of like a rocket on the end, or was that Water Mania? I mean, Wet and Wild. I mean, but it was a nice little water park, just off the 192, I believe, in Kissimmee. So it was nice to go to. It's a shame, really, it's closed. But I don't really know the reason why it did close. I mean, was it because they couldn't extend it? Or was it because it was getting old? Because I do believe it was about 20 years old. But don't quote me because I'm not 100% certain. I mean, it was a nice little water park, actually. I still remember the drinks. Woo! Coke. Well, yeah, it was Coke. You got Coke in there, I'm pretty certain. I mean, I asked for a large the first time I was there. And blimey, a bucket. I think it only cost me something like $4. That was 1992 the first time I went. So, a long time ago. Cool. I think I actually shared it with my mate Duncan, or me and my mate Duncan went to America for our first times. His last time. Ain't my last time. I've been cool. I think I've been to America now probably about 18 times over the years. Yeah, I enjoyed that part. And then, going from there to do anybody remember, it's still there, the old cowboy town, what's also like the old town now in Kissimmee, again off the 192, I believe. Sorry if I got the highway wrong. My fault. Yeah, it's a really cute little town, isn't it? I mean, little boutique shops, quite a lot of short independent shops. I think that's the most independent shops you find, really, in the area. Yeah, I believe so. What do you think? Yeah? Can anybody tell me if there's anything else you can think of? Then... Oh, I did something out with a bit of a scratch. I mean, apparently, back in the 90s or the 80s, I've got an old Orlando tour guide, used to do cowboy shows there. Gotta admit, I would have liked to have seen that. Might have been interesting. But sadly, no more. I mean, it's like you all know. I mean, Florida changes. Always changing. Always changing. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. But we always got to move on. I mean, what's the worst hotels you stayed in? I mean, for me, it was the worst one I would have stayed in was probably Masters Inn. But that was me and my mum and my younger brother and sister. About 2002 we went. It was it was very budget. You pay for what you get sometimes. We had a swimming pool. We spent a lot of time in that swimming pool actually. But very basic hotel. I mean, there was none of them horror stories that people you hear from. Oh, that was a horror, blah blah. It was just a very basic hotel, but sadly, I do know it's still closed to this day. I think it closed down about 2015 or 2014, and it's still boarded up to this day. Well, I went past it in November last year. It's a shame. It's a shame to see it. It really is. Then I stayed at Ramada Inn. That was on the 192 again, but on the right on the very end of it. Can't drive. I can't. Worst place to have a hotel. Well, great places you can drive. Worst place for me. It took everywhere. It took a long time to get to anything. So, but I loved the room I had there. The room was great. The hotel was really nice. Just for me, being like, I can't drive. Wrong location. Then me and my family stayed in another hotel on the 192, I believe. On the other side, you're about 2 miles away from Disney. Or miles. It was quite close to Disney. American Host, I think it was called. Sadly, I saw in November that hotel was getting smacked down. And I think they're building a whole new hotel complex. So, who knows? Maybe I will. I mean, that was actually quite a nice hotel, actually. I mean, okay. We did get locked out of our room once because a member of our family rang up a phone bill of $160-something. Oops. And no, it wasn't me. Or my mother. But location again, yeah, it's okay. You had, but if you want to go to International Drive, it wasn't. I've stayed in a couple of hotels on the International Drive. Actually, I've stayed in a lot. We stayed in one called Motel 6. Nah, don't recommend that. It's off the International Drive. Nah, waste of money actually. The swimming pool was in the car park, and nah, you couldn't even spend 5 minutes in that swimming pool. Nah, totally bad. But I also stayed in the Days Inn that's near it. I really liked that hotel. It was semi-basic, but I liked it. I had stayed there probably about 3 times. So, and for me, I don't really like staying too many places. I like to experience different things. We probably all do. But once you find your favourite, you do tend to stay. And yeah. Then I stayed in a travel lodge. Just in the same area. It's like a little horseshoe shape. Have you seen it? Have you been there? It's got one of these crazy golf things there as well. I mean, I stayed in that travel lodge probably about 5 times. But after my last time I stayed there, I didn't go back. I ended up with a lot of bites somewhere. So we don't really need to go into that, but we all can guess what that was. So I never stayed there. But I do remember my last time I stayed there, that, you know what it's like, the first night or two, you can't sleep. Well, I was a night worker in them days and I couldn't sleep. I used to work in the hotel, so it felt, like my normal job. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I remember I could hear the people next door to me eating up to something what you call very adult-ish. You know what I mean? And I thought, I ain't getting to sleep. Not how loud they are. So I thought, sod it. I'm going down to the little walkway. Most hotels got them out in Orlando, I've noticed. I thought I'd just have a bit of breather, have a can of Coke, and just relax. And I'm out there. Now, I must have been playing chase inside. The lady comes running out of the front of the hotel door, stark, bollock, naked. And she saw me. She did a little, ah! And scarpered back inside. There's me. I was in stitches. I was laughing my head off. And I thought to myself, yeah, does feel like I'm a little bit back at work. But that was a good part. And yeah, it was good. I mean, anyway, I'm going to end this. We'll do another one in the next week or so. Because I'm just trying to keep us all entertained while we're all stuck indoors. Basically, I hope you're all keeping safe and staying indoors as much as you can, because I know it's quite hard at times to stay in, especially as it's nice weather. Worst thing ever. So easy to stay when it's raining and windy and storm and everything, but when it's like this, it's really hard. But all please keep safe, and I'll do another one soon. I'll think of some more topics that we can chat about. Hope maybe some people will chat and just say what you like or not. And, well, speak to you all soon. Bye for now. Au revoir.